Welcome to today's video. We're exposing a critical but often overlooked truth about paying off collections. Verbal confirmations are worthless unless you get written proof. First, I'll hook you with why this matters now more than ever. Next, we'll walk through exactly what proof you need, how to demand it, and how to handle pushback. Finally, we'll give you scripts, timelines, and a checklist so you leave fully prepared. Here's our roadmap. First, we'll cover why written proof is essential. Second, we'll define what documents count. Third, we'll go step by step with scripts. Fourth, we'll handle situations where collectors insist on physical mail. Fifth, we'll map out timelines and escalations. Sixth, we'll discuss special cases like background checks and military service. Finally, we'll test your knowledge with quick quizzes. The core idea is simple. Paying a collection is only half the battle. Without written proof, like a paid-in-full letter or a receipt showing a zero balance, you have no leverage if the collector delays or mishandles credit reporting. This written confirmation is often required for background checks, job onboarding, rental applications, security clearances, and military service entry. Therefore, you must secure written proof immediately after payment to protect your credit and your opportunities. Before we proceed, a brief but important disclaimer. This content is for educational purposes only and does not constitute legal, financial, or professional advice. Laws, credit reporting rules, and collection practices can vary by jurisdiction and by creditor. If you need advice tailored to your circumstances, consult a qualified attorney, consumer law professional, or accredited credit counselor. Let's examine the risk of relying on verbal assurances. First, statements like, "We'll update your credit soon," cannot be verified or enforced without documents. Next, even reputable organizations experience system errors that delay updates, and your written proof is your safeguard. Additionally, background checks for employment or housing frequently require documentation on the spot. For military service or security clearances, timely financial clearance is critical and often document-driven. Staff turnover at collection agencies can erase any memory of a verbal promise. Finally, if you need to dispute or accelerate corrections, you'll move faster when you can attach written proof to your request. Here's what counts as proof. First, a paid-in-full letter on the collector's letterhead listing your name, account number, or identifiable reference, the amount paid, the date, and a current balance of zero. Second, a receipt or settlement letter clearly showing a zero balance. Third, an email from the collector's official domain that includes the account details, the paid date, and confirmation of a zero balance. What does not count is a verbal promise or a vague portal message that does not identify your account and balance status. As a pro tip, verify that your document includes your name, an account reference, the paid date, the amount, and an explicit $0 balance statement. Let's move step by step. Immediately after you make payment, request written confirmation and ask for a paid-in-full or zero balance letter via email. If the agent hesitates, explain your urgency. For example, job onboarding, housing approval, or military entry. If they insist on physical mail, ask for the precise date the letter will be mailed and any tracking or reference information. Next, demand the exact date they will notify the credit bureaus that the account now shows a zero balance. Confirm the email address they will use and ask for an estimated delivery time. If possible, remain on the line while refreshing your inbox until the email arrives. If it does not arrive within hours, call back, reference the representative's name, and escalate. Then, save your document in multiple locations with a clear file name, including date and account reference. Within a week, check your credit reports to verify that the balance reflects zero as promised. When you need to push for email proof, start by explaining your deadline to establish urgency. Then be explicit about the document you need. A PDF paid-in-full letter that lists the account number and confirms a zero balance. If they cannot provide that, offer alternatives like a receipt that shows a zero balance. If the agent blocks you, request a supervisor to expedite. Restate the stakes and the consequences of delay. Finally, close with a firm commitment to stay on the line until you receive the email and ask for a specific expected delivery time. If the collector insists on sending physical mail, confirm the exact mailing date. Ask for any tracking number, reference number, or internal case ID. Get the precise date they will notify the credit bureaus of the zero balance status. Record the representative's name and department. Request an interim email that summarizes what will be mailed and when. Finally, Set calendar reminders and follow up if the letter does not arrive within 5 to 7 business days. This flowchart maps the entire journey from payment to a clean credit file. You begin by paying the collector, then immediately request written proof. If email is available, you receive a PDF letter or receipt, save it, and back it up. Next, you verify the date the collector will notify the credit bureaus and check your credit reports after about a week. If the update has not occurred, you escalate with another call, and you submit your proof to the data furnisher or dispute portal to accelerate correction. If email is not available, you record the mail date and any tracking, wait 5 to 7 business days to receive the physical letter, and then proceed with saving, verifying, and checking your reports. Decision points and loops reflect the real-world back and forth until resolution. This table lays out a practical timeline. On day 0, request emailed proof before ending the call. Between day 0 and day 1, if the email has not arrived, call back and escalate. Around day 2 to day 3, confirm the exact date the collector will notify the credit bureaus and document the representative's name. On day 5, recheck your inbox and physical mail and resend your request if necessary. On day 7, check your credit reports to verify the zero balance. By day 10, if the update is missing, escalate and submit your proof directly to the credit bureau or furnisher. After day 14, if needed, file a formal dispute attaching your documentation. On the left, verbal promises offer no tracking, accountability, or leverage in disputes, and they often collapse when staff changes. They are typically useless for background checks. On the right, written documentation stating paid in full and a zero balance provides time-stamped evidence, connection to a representative or case, and can be attached to disputes or applications. It remains valid despite staff turnover and is accepted by employers, landlords, and military intake processes. For special cases like military entry, a recruiter may require immediate documentation proving financial clearance. Security clearance checks are driven by documents, not verbal statements. Employers and landlords may also ask for proof at any stage. Therefore, store your PDFs in the cloud and on your phone for instant access. Use a clear file name format with the date, account reference, and paid in full to quickly locate and share the document when asked. Here is an email template you can copy. It requests a written confirmation that includes your name, account reference, payment date and amount, a current balance of $0, and the date the collector will report the zero status to the credit bureaus. The subject line is, Request for written confirmation of zero balance, your name and account reference. The body specifies the date and amount paid, asks for a PDF letter or receipt sent to your email, and explains that you have an immediate deadline. It ends with your contact details. As a pro tip, when calling, stay on the line until the email arrives if possible. This timeline illustrates the expected sequence. On day 0, you pay and request email proof immediately. By day 0 to 1, you should receive the PDF. Otherwise, if only mail is available, you record the mailing date. On days 2 to 3, you check in again and confirm the bureau update date. On day 7, you check your credit reports. If the update is missing by day 10, you escalate and submit your proof. After day 14, you proceed to a formal dispute if necessary. This mind map captures the ecosystem around payoff proof. At the center is debt payoff proof. On one branch, the collector includes the agent, supervisor, and compliance department. On another branch, the documents include a paid-in-full letter, a zero balance receipt, a settlement letter, and an email confirmation. Another branch lists the credit bureaus, such as Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Finally, your responsibilities include monitoring your inbox, maintaining cloud storage backups, setting calendar reminders, and using consistent file naming. Notes emphasize the need for a zero balance statement and an explicit report date. Quiz time. The question is, after paying a collection, what is the single most important next step? Option A. Wait a week and hope the balance updates. Option B. Request a written paid in full or zero balance document immediately. Option C. Rely on the agent's verbal confirmation. Option D. Close the call and check your mail in 2 weeks. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is to request a written, paid in full, or zero balance document immediately. This document is your leverage for ensuring accurate credit reporting and for meeting time-sensitive documentation requests. Second quiz. The question is, if the collector refuses to email proof, which two items should you always capture? Option A, the agent's favorite color and office locations. Option B, the exact mail date and the date they will notify credit bureaus of the zero balance. Option C, only the agent's first name. Option D, a screenshot of your call timer. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is the exact mail date and the date they will notify the credit bureaus of the zero balance. These anchor your follow-ups and allow you to hold the collector accountable for timely reporting. Here are the key takeaways. Getting written proof immediately is essential. Email proof is usually fastest, so insist politely but firmly. If only mail is available, record the mail date and the date of the bureau update. Store your documents safely and verify updates on a reliable schedule. Use scripts and escalate if necessary. Finally, remember that verbal assurances do not protect you. To wrap up, you now know exactly which documents to demand and why written proof is essential. You also have a practical timeline, scripts, and an escalation plan. With these tools, you are better prepared for background checks and military timelines because you can provide documents immediately. Thank you for watching. If this was helpful, please like the video, share it with someone dealing with collections, and subscribe for more practical credit strategies. In the comments, tell us your experiences and any questions you want us to cover next.